Look, budget is important, and this budget, given the backdrop, I think is crucial. One is the 12-month assumption, the 18-month indication on basic maths, fiscal deficit, what will happen to the entire borrowing number, and where essentially the tax collections would settle. That's how you always judge the budgets, and I think it's not going to be any different this time. But healthcare surely is going to be in priority sector. Now, budget speech is expected to start in less than 2 hours now, and we've not had a great handover from US markets from Friday. You got that entire confusion when it comes to some of the big stocks in US. That confusion continues. The markets are off to a good start, and that's largely could be a function of the kind of numbers we've got over the weekend. ICICI Bank, Tata Motors, some of these numbers have been good. So banks are off to a good start. Banks is where a lot of reforms and other measures are expected. The market breadth is looking extremely charged up. So the advance decline ratio well in favor of advances. You got market breadth 1:5, which means for every one stock that is going higher, every 5 stocks which are going higher, only one stock is going down. I want to look at specific stock movers here, and the first one has to be ICICI Bank, which has come out with good set of numbers. Given the valuation, there is a case for re-rating, and I think that is what is happening. It could be a big day for some of the non-obvious PSU stocks in case there is some announcement on government intention on owning a majority stake in some of them. So Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of you could see UCO Bank. I could throw in something like a central bank also, some of the crucial names where you could see some excitement. That's the way how the budget maths is shaping up for ICICI Bank. I'm going to quickly move to Tata Motors because that's another company, another stock which has been in the throes of excitement, and that one has also done rather well in terms of a performance and the indication which has come from the government. So Tata Motors also, not the government, from the company, I beg your pardon. So 268 rupees for Tata Motors, it is reacting to numbers. There is a buzz which my colleague Nantara has reported that FDI and insurance could be increased. Now this may not really change life for big insurance companies because frankly they do need capital, but there are other small insurance companies, Exide has an insurance subsidiary, Aditya Birla Financial has an insurance subsidiary, Tata, Edelweiss has an insurance subsidiary. So those stocks could be on everyone's radar because those companies need capital to be competitive in this kind of a market. And then PSUs. If there is a very standout, clear policy, not intention, not sloganeering, not an indication on number, on how the disinvestment process would move, I think PSU stocks could be in for a mini re-rating. So the cartwheel moment, Aisha, for the market really could be if we get a very well-defined policy, not a number, on divestment.
Yeah, and I just want to quickly see what the PSU candidates are up to right now, because you're not really seeing much of an excitement built in on the PSU names. So let's quickly start off with visiting some of the PSU names, and BPCL really comes to the top of your mind. You've got a Concor, etc. as well, holding up, but you're not seeing very big excitement coming in. I just want to quickly mark what the market as well is up to. We started off with fair amount of green that got a little bit sold into, and again we're settling around that 0.5% gain mark. Again, early days, post budget, all of this could really change. So like our chartists were earlier alluding to the fact that don't try and be brave, don't try and attempt at trading these pre-budget upticks because the budget swings could be very, very wild. Having said that, it's a much livelier day for the broader markets. You got 96 stocks standing to the advances with 46 to the declines. Quickly, some of the earnings reactions. ICICI Bank, it's been a strong performance, growth outlook only getting stronger. You've got a solid uptick coming in on ICICI Bank this morning. It's one of the top performers. As I see, it's a solid 3% uptick coming in there. Then, of course, you've got Sun Pharma numbers, exceptional profitability. You've got Cipla as well, which has been an all-round beat, PAT at a record high, though you're not seeing much excitement in the stock. Remember, this has already been one of the biggest movers in the March recovery, or for that matter, from last budget to this. Then you've got Dabur, stellar performance, volume growth at 18%. This should keep the street happy. I just want to revisit what Dabur as well is up to. And Nikunj was talking about Tata Motors, JLR, the India business is clearly on revival path. Debt reduction is in place. The stock has already run up about 30 to 40 odd % in the last quarter, or rather fortnight or so. Let's see whether you see more excitement on Tata Motors. Tata Motors still a great gainer as we speak right now. And then Dr. Reddy's, which also posted a subdued quarter, so that should be reacting to its earnings. It's okay, Nikunj, this morning. 0.5% uptake. We're not going cracking into the budget as was the case up until Friday. IndusInd Bank, a top performer. ICICI Pru holding up 2%. Chola Finance looking good. Titan, DLF, PVR, they're all holding out okay. And you're seeing smart earnings reactions coming in, Nikunj.